you on me.
Ah, okay, I got you. All right. Okay, we're gonna go live. Okay. All right. Good morning and welcome to Business Over Coffee International with Sherry Henley. This is our special edition today on Monday, February 13th, with our very special guest and community leader with One Universe, Mr. Sandeep Pedmakar. It's
Thank
so
you.
good to have you on the
Thank you
set
so
with us
much.
today. You're very welcome. Now, you've recently been on BOCI Talk Radio with us and shared in depth what you do in our community, but I'm so glad to have a face to put with the name for our viewers so that we can, just really get down to business and talk about what we're about in our community with bringing everyone together and making things happen across the board from economic to race to all different types of venues and nationalities that we work with. So let's start first of all with One Universe, how long you've been involved with it, and what you actually do in our city here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, it's 10 years in the making, and the fact is that I've been dealing with the Memphis city for the past decade. And whenever the city puts a diversity day, I put it together. I'm one of the people actually who puts it together. I don't work for the city, but I volunteer to do that. And
Okay.
the fact is that we have done international festivals for the university district as well as the Rotary Club. And the 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 one that we did last time was on the 20th of August last year. And right here in Memphis, to imagine that for an international festival, we had 24 countries that were represented.
That's amazing.
That is really amazing. And we have done it so many times that I thought that we have to make it nicer and bigger and get a lot more people involved. In
Yes.
fact, when we had the naturalization ceremony, we had about people from 51 countries that became citizens of US. So we have many countries represented right here in the Mid South. The idea is to represent them, and these first generation Americans need to be connected to mainstream Americans.
Yes.
Who are maybe the 15th or the 20th generation.
Yes.
Americans, because we have Native Americans who also come and celebrate their roots. So the idea is to celebrate everybody's roots.
Yes.
Everybody's root in America,
Yes.
and celebrate us being Americans as one.
Absolutely. I love that. As one, which means unity. We come
Absolutely.
together as one unit. We are all human beings. We're all humanity. We're all one universe. I love the name of
Thank you.
your organization.
Thank you so much.
It's really outstanding. So, for instance, segregation, we know Martin Luther King Jr., helped with that. But still, on Sunday mornings, you'll find segregation. You do find some congregations that are very well balanced. In fact, I believe our church is, Lindenwood, where we go. But there's a lot of churches that are completely segregated. And so I think that that's something not just in churches, but in business, church, business, professions, community, that you and I both share the same heartbeat
Sure
of
do, yes.
breaking that segregation mentality, that we all are here for one purpose, and that's to help people on purpose. Everybody has a purpose in life,
Absolutely.
and find that purpose and fulfill that purpose.
Yes, I definitely. First thing is that I want to congratulate you for all that you have achieved and accomplished with business over coffee and sharing with sharing.
Thank you.
And click and connect. So,
Yes.
and we do definitely share the ideas of integration and inclusion. And I love that. I very, very strongly believe and I promote that you have to have a purpose in life. And you
Yes.
don't, if you don't have a purpose, create your purpose.
Yes, yes.
And so the thing is that you have to make some positive changes in the life of your loved ones, the life of
Yes.
your family, your
Yes.
extended family, your friends, and your extended friends.
Yes.
I think we are here not just to survive, we are here to do something positive and bring about positive
Yes.
changes. And I, for one, am taking upon myself to bring about these positive changes in a big way.
Yes.
I know we cannot reach out to each and every single person, but the idea is to reach out to as many people as we can, to tell them that with love and harmony and peace, we can do much, much better things
Yes.
rather than dividing. I think you and I both believe in the synergies of
Yes.
people coming together, of all the energies coming together to form one synergy.
Yes.
And I think that has phenomenal power.
It
And,
does.
and I believe that when we do that, it's always, it culminates into something better. And what a wonderful way to do that than to celebrate our roots with fun and with food.
Yes.
So we what we want to do is get everybody together
Uh-huh.
and have a universal fest where it will be tons and tons of food
Yes.
from all over the world.
This fall, correct?
This fall, yes, that is absolutely right. And we are aiming for the 18th of August, that weekend.
Yes.
So it is going to be a phenomenal culmination of many things. So we are working on many aspects of the festival, and things are slowly falling in place. And although we want to have a great, great show, I know it cannot happen overnight.
Right.
And we are definitely looking forward to the Universal Fest this year. But as we go ahead, then we know that it will grow and grow because, as you rightfully know, that I started India Fest with hardly 450 to 500 people, and now every single year we have 10,000 people coming for India Fest.
Yes.
And I know it's just one country that is represented. If we have 40, 50 countries that are represented in Universal Fest,
Right.
and when we reach out to many more people, we are looking forward to hundreds of thousands of people coming for the function.
That's incredible. And you work with the mayor's office and so forth to help put together particular events.
That's
Elaborate on that for us.
But the Memphis city government itself and the Memphis mayor's office, they have something called as the Office of the Multicultural and Religious Affairs. That office does not exist anymore. But the fact is that they put some events together, and I have been on the board and the committee for that.
Yes.
And what we did was we reached out to many communities and brought everybody together. But the problem is when it's a diversity day, it's only a diversity day. And when for the county, it's a diversity luncheon. So what happens basically is that you eat, there's a speaker, he talks, there has to be diversity,
Right.
and it's done.
Right, right.
So we want to go beyond mere talks about diversity. We
Yes.
want to walk the talk.
Yes, I like that.
And what we are doing is that we are approaching many offices and organizations. For example, the assessor of property. She said that what I want to do is that I want to send all my employees to this Universal Fest because they all employees have to have something to do with diversity, so they have to have certain hours that need to be. So she said I would love for them to come to this.
Yes.
And for for the city as well as for the international fests that we have had, what I did was I printed out the brochures, the programs for the event, and in within that program, what I did was I printed out if there are 20 booths of different countries, then we printed those names, and the person who gets the program writes his name on top and he visits every single booth, and his name or her name is written in that language.
Oh, interesting. I like
So
that.
now that program becomes a souvenir for that person,
Yes.
keepsake for life.
Yeah,
So that
absolutely.
so
That's a
that
great idea.
now that program we call as the passport,
Mm-hmm.
passport to the universe.
Very nice. I want to
So
get one of those. I
I
can
will.
frame it and
Yes.
put it here in the office.
Yes, absolutely. And the fact is that then you can say, you know what, this is how I write my name in Japanese.
Yes, I love
So
it.
and it is fun. It's fun, and in fact good enough for it to be framed.
Yes.
And so that and everybody likes it. Now what the assessor of property said is that I wanted them to bring it back to the office, and that will give me a proof that, and my office approve that, hey, they have completed these many hours.
Yes.
And the fact is that today in Memphis we have had problems with black and white,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
well, that is what the history has been. It has been
Sure.
unfortunate, and many people have worked towards integrating. So the segregation is
Right.
minimizing, and as you rightfully mentioned, there is some segregation, but it is high time for us even to go beyond just black and white.
Yes, you're
Because
right.
because now even Memphis is becoming a melting pot,
Yes.
and it's described in different ways, like a tapestry of so many things, or maybe a salad
Yes.
of
Yes.
mixtures. And but what I promote is that it is like a rainbow of different
Oh,
colors.
that's great. I like that.
Because if because when the rainbow comes from a prism and or rain, if it were only one single color, it wouldn't be as pretty.
Yeah.
It is pretty because there are different colors in the rainbow,
I love that.
and because it's black, white, yellow,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
way that we are. If it were just one color, it wouldn't be as pretty.
Right.
And so we get to appreciate what our color is as regards to other, and celebrate our own roots, our culture, our
Yes.
heritage, and be proud Americans that we are, and we
I
rightfully
love
should
that. One of the things that some of the viewers may not know about me, and I'm only going to say this because it brings to light what you're talking about, and that is that I am a songwriter. I've written over 300 songs, and many of them have been published, and one of them is called When We Pray. And it's about this, and the words are something happens when we pray. You can feel it in the atmosphere.
Oh, yes.
Every tribe and every race comes together here. Holy hands lifted high, red, yellow, black, and white. No matter what the race, when we pray, He appears. And that it's so true that in anything that we do, if we will come together, then the project or the community project or whatever it is that we're doing, if we put our brain power together, you and I can change the world a lot quicker than I can do it myself.
Absolutely.
So the collaboration effort of Business Over Coffee, of One Universe, you and I have talked about that. We collaborate now. We're partners, and finding more people like Sandeep Pednekar. And I learned how to pronounce his name, by the way. Is very exciting to me to find someone like you, someone like Sridhar Sankara, which I believe he said he knows you and you know him, and people like Robert Staub and Shelley Bauer, and individuals in the community that are making a difference in many different ways. Something I would like to talk about is moving into the segment of your radio. And I remember you saying that it is everything positive, and I love that. I don't know if that's the title of your radio show or not, but tell us about your radio show.
The radio show again is talking about all the positive things that we do, um, and everybody else does, um, all over the world.
Yes.
And because it is again the culmination of all good things, and it is based on the non-profit One Universe, I thought what other befitting way and name for the show than One Universe itself.
Yes, yes.
So the name of the show is also One Universe.
I love that.
Thank you. And we talk about all things positive. And the idea is for people when they listen to understand that if this is being talked about on radio, you know what, I have done better things or I have done similar things. similar positive things, and you know what, I can talk about it too.
Sure.
So we want them to listen to these, talk about those things with us, and we want to air those things, and we want to have a ripple effect of positivity
Yes.
in the community. And I used to say, you know, it has to be a domino effect, but I corrected myself. It domino effect is only one sided. We want to have a ripple effect going all over the world.
There you go, a ripple effect.
So the fact is that I understand that it is only a small drop, not in the bucket, but small drop in the ocean. But I believe it's a step in the positive direction, and that's the reason why I take every single small step towards making a positive difference in the community.
And you air every Tuesday morning
at 11:30.
11:30 a.m. on what station?
On FM 91.7, the Jazz Channel Network. It is WUMR, or lovingly called U92.
Okay.
And it is. I'm not being partial, but it is the best jazz station in the world.
I love jazz. That's one of my favorite genres of music, so I really enjoy it. Now, let's talk about you as a business person. As a businessman, you do own Advent Enterprises. So tell us more about that.
Advent Enterprises is a for-profit organization that came into existence a long time ago. I've been in the business for about 13 years. And just to give a background of how it came into existence, I am an engineer with a degree in engineering, and I did some management schooling in India, and I got a job in Kuwait. So that was my first overseas job from India, and that was one of the most loving job I ever had, because I used to import engineering alloys from all over the world and sell it in the Middle East. So every single day, the bank used to send me a fax that used to say, tell me about the 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 conversion rates of the Kuwaiti dinar with the currencies of the entire world.
Interesting.
So it was a powerful thing, and probably in a week, I used to be communicating with about 50 countries all over the world.
And that might have been where this was birthed, the one universe.
You probably, I never thought of it that way, and it probably is. And the fact is that I love people.
Yes.
I love people, and that is why when I was doing engineering, I fortunately got into something called as the sandwich course, which is a vocational course while you're doing engineering. So the good thing is that one good thing is that you get to go into the industry during your engineering, the 4-year engineering course. So 2 semesters, so 6 months each. The other good part or gooder part is that you don't get to study any of the math and science and all of that. So that's waived off. So that's the fun part along.
Yes, you get to target what you enjoy, right?
So when I was doing, so my faculty of engineering is metallurgy. So I was in a heat treatment shop and a foundry, and I realized that being in a foundry, there's too much dust. If you even if you put a mask the entire day, while you come out, there is too much of that dust that goes in your lungs. So I thought, I don't think that I should pursue this field. But hey, I mean, I have an engineering degree, so I have to have a job. And fortunately, for me, I love, as I said, I love people. I like to go around. During the campus interview itself, I got a job that catered to my engineering degree as well as my inner likes.
Wonderful.
So that was a sales engineering, a sales engineering job. And I said, wow, what a perfect match.
Yes.
So I took the job of the sales engineering, and in the course of time handled the western region of the company. And then very soon enough, in about 3 years, I went to Kuwait. As soon as I got to Kuwait, then I came to the US. And I did MBA right here at the University of Memphis.
That's what brought you here to Memphis.
That is correct. And I pursued MBA with MIS as major. So Management Information Systems, and I should be in software. Like Sridhar Sunkara and so
yes,
many.
Did you all attend together? I believe he attended the same school.
He did attend the same school,
yes.
and he actually was in school, when I also was, well, I was doing MBA, and I think he was doing MS.
Okay.
So he was doing masters in computers,
Yes.
and I was a full-time student, but I was also elected as the president of the Indian Association of Memphis.
Wonderful.
So that is the time when I got to give back to the community. I
Yes.
didn't have a job. I was a
Right.
full-time student,
Right.
so I was only giving to the company. I wasn't giving back. I didn't take anything, but I was just giving. And
Right.
but the idea of giving to the community, to the society, has been in me because of my grandfather and my father. They gave a whole lot of time, and my dad was a philanthropist as well, and he loved to give to the community, and he enjoyed doing that. And I that has might be partially that is what has come into me.
Yes.
But my always, as you see, my I did my science, my schooling, my science, and my engineering. So in science, I was about to get into a medical field, and go into biology, and but the fact is that I got into a totally different field. In the first year of engineering, I had civil engineering. Until I went into engineering college, I had not heard about metallurgy. And my thing is that I want to get into something that is totally different.
Okay.
So I had heard about
a
people.
standout. You want to be a standout.
Yes,
okay.
exactly. And I heard about civil engineering, electrical, mechanical, but I had not heard about metallurgy. And metallurgy is actually one of the oldest engineering, because metals is what the people use. First, they use spears made out of rocks, and after rocks, they use some metal. They melted some metal, so that it has been metallurgy has been there for eons and eons.
Okay.
But for me, it was a new thing, and I said, why not do? So my thing is that I wanted to do always do something different. And when I came over here, I wanted to pursue MBA, not in business or administration. I wanted to do an MI. So which means I got away from my engineering degree.
Okay.
But most of the Indians that come over here are into IT. The youngsters are into IT. And I said, you know what? I want to do something different than that.
Right.
And I got into selling of hotels.
Okay.
So now, although selling of hotels requires a real estate license, it again is a very specific niche.
Yes.
And I thought that, okay, then I'm making myself unique even within the real estate industry, or even within the commercial real estate.
Right.
So I've been doing it for the past 13 years.
And that is Advent Enterprises.
That is Advent Enterprises
Okay.
Inc. And what we do is not only we do commercial real estate, we do residential real estate, we sell land, and all the real estate related things we do. We do some mortgages and insurance too. So, and we lead our clients to the specific requirements that they need, and also to specific people outside of our company. We direct them to the right sources. And but the idea is that when we sell, we sell something unique. And I teach for the past 5 years. I have been state of Tennessee accredited commercial real estate instructor.
Oh, wonderful.
And so whenever I teach a class, I bombard my students with lots of information.
Sure.
However, when they come on board as my agents, I teach them to sell properties. And right now in Memphis, when any agent, real estate agent, sells a house, an average house is about $150,000 in Memphis. But considering it to be $200,000, an agent makes a commission of approximately to $3,000, because there's the buying agency, the selling agency, and the buying agency splits with the agent.
Right.
So the person ends up making only $3,000, somewhere close to two and a half to three, $4,000.
Right.
But the way I teach at my agents is that when they make a sale, they make an average of $50,000 on every single sale.
Your phone may be ringing off the hook after this.
I want it to. I want it to, because the thing that sets us apart is that there are out of 4-5 thousand real estate agents in the Memphis Mid South area. We have maybe 100 or 200 at the most commercial real estate agents, and they consider themselves as elite. That you know what, the other residential agents are kind of beneath us. They don't necessarily say it out loud like that, but they then consider
Not a lot of collaboration going on.
not a lot of collaborations. In fact, the fact is that when they talk about commercial or when a residential agent wants to talk about that, they say this is not your cup of tea. This is totally different, and you won't understand. So the reasons they do it are, I think, threefold. One is they do not want the people to come on board. Second thing is that they don't want competition, and the third thing is that they do not want other agents to know that is very easy. It is much easier to do a commercial deal than a residential deal. In terms that when a residential real estate agent tries to sell a house, he or she has to show a house, let's say about 50 to 70 times. So the amount of efforts, time that go into selling that house. So if it is being shown one time, then the agent has to make arrangements to call the family.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Sure.
what's a good time? Then the wife will say, no, this is good time for me, but
Right.
not for him.
A lot of
Good.
coordinating there.
A whole lot of coordinating. And after all of that, then the wife say, oh, I do not like the kitchen. So
Exactly. Or the wallpaper.
On the wallpaper.
You know, wallpaper is out, but you know, we could strip it off and paint. You know, all these conversations are going on. I know because we're trying to sell our house and we've looked at homes and you know, you go in and you see things you like and you see things you don't like.
Exactly. So the
yeah.
amount of time that is put into a residential is from here to here, like 50 to 70 times. And the commission that they make is kind of here. And they make a lot of money because they sell many houses. And the amount of time that is put is definitely phenomenal.
Right.
And the main reason that people get real estate license is because they think that, oh, I bought this house and I saw that my agent didn't do anything. I can do better than him or her. Right. So they get into the business and then they realize that behind the scenes, the agent has to do so many things.
Yes, and you also have to be self-motivated, I'm sure.
Definitely. And the opposite side of the residential is that when you show commercial property, you might have to show that property only 3 or 4 times. So in this case, the amount of efforts here, this case it's here.
Sure.
This here the amount of income, and in this case the amount of income is this.
So for the viewers that are interested in Advent Enterprises Incorporated and speaking with you or your office, would you give us your contact information both for Advent, also for One Universe, your telephone numbers, as well as your email contact?
Most certainly, thank you.
You're very welcome.
For One Universe, they can visit the page www.one-universe.org, which is the unit 1, the digit 1, not O any 1. So one-universe.org, and the business is advententerprise.com. It is not enterprises, it is enterprise.com. And you can always reach me for both the non-profit as well as the profit on my cell. It's 901-849-DEEP. That is my direct number. The Deep is out of my name, and I was trying to get the 901 Sandeep, but that is the closest I could get.
So it's DEEP, which is easy to remember.
Correct. So it is 901-3337. And they can always call me and email me at sgp97@hotmail.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Sandeep. Sandeep Pednekar. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Is on with us on BOC TV, a very special presentation that we did today. I appreciate you taking the time to come in. I know you have a very busy schedule, obviously, from everything we've talked about. And I appreciate the spiritual connection that we have in bringing everyone together in our community. We do different things, but we have one purpose, and we're united in that. And we encourage you to become united as well. Uh, Check out One Universe. Sandeep is looking for volunteers, also possible board members, and so forth. You have his contact information. Also, visit businessovercoffee.biz. If you can't find him anywhere else, you can look him up right there in the search bar.
Absolutely.
We are partners in bringing everyone together. So continue to bring everyone together this week and be a part of something new. Find something new to do this week that will ignite what's on the inside of you and will also help someone else to become who they are. So I look forward to seeing you again next Monday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, continue to find more connections, collaboration, exposure, and business right on businessovercoffee.biz.